Complex office relocations often come with the major challenges: budget, tight schedules, and quality requirements. And each of those can jeopardize a project success. Boaz Nitzan, CEO and the owner of Rise Management and Engineering, explains how their unique design-build model can turn risks into certainties and offer clients complete peace of mind. Welcome, Boaz. Nice to have you here. So what type of projects Rise Management and Engineering engage and focused on?
Okay, thank you for having me, Daphna. Actually, we are one of the top-tier project management in the market. We are over 20 years experience in the market. And actually, we focused on three main channels, and we specialize that. The first one is fit out of offices, internal fix out of offices. Actually, we are coming initially to the building. The first initial step of service is DD, is due diligence. We are analyzing the building to check if that building actually fit the requirement of the end user. Afterward, we will recruit all the list of consultants. We'll start with the stage of planning. At the end of that long stage that we manage, we'll have the detailed design, the planning, and the BOQ. We'll go for tendering. We'll prepare the comparison table. At the end of the road, we'll choose the most qualified general contractor. We'll start the process of execution. We'll supervise it until the end of the road, and we'll provide to the table the certificate of occupancy from all the authorities. At that stage, actually, the customer will be able to occupy the space. Many of our end users of our customer are actually international customers, and they are most of them from United States, and they require to have one purchase order, meaning that one PO to Rise Management and Engineering. All the professional under our direct responsibility, our direct umbrella. So actually, we provide to the table the bank guarantees, we provide all the insurance, and actually there is one focal point with that end user. At the end of the project, we'll provide most of the time about 12-month inspection period. If there are any failure in the project, they just have to put the flag in the air. They don't have to call any of the suppliers, any of the consultant, any of the contractor, only our focal point. And it's to the use advantage of the end user. That is the first channel we specialize in. The second channel is actually the data centers. We manage many data centers in Israel and abroad. About 2 of them in Athens, 1 in Istanbul for Telecom Italy. In Israel, we manage it for Med1, for Bezeq International, 6 of them for Ben Gurion University, for Partner, for Etgar.
Big companies.
Big, large company and big data centers. All the data centers are either tier 3 or tier 4, meaning it's a full redundant project, no downtime. So there is backup to everything. In each and every data center, we have 2 power centers in 2 different locations. If there is any failure in one of the locations, there is backup in another location. The same thing, backup for the HVAC, the backup for the generator, backup for the UPSs. No downtime in that project. On top of it, many of the end user, they require that project will be fully protected against direct missiles. So you'll see now all the data centers in Israel, most of them will be in underground data centers and will be fully protected. Those data center, the budget is a huge budget. If we'll take, for example, the fit out of offices, budget is 4,000 shekel per square meter gross. Over here, we're talking about between 40 to 60,000 shekel per square meter. So it's every project is hundreds of millions of shekel / dollars. It's a huge budget. And we actually take the advantage of our knowledge in the system integration in that field to all of our project and to the advantage of our end user. And the third channel we specialize that is actually managing project from shell to complete turnkey or to public area internally. Many of the projects are hotels. We manage the project of a backstage hotel in Tel Aviv. It is a hotel with a spa. We did for Brown Hotel in Tel Aviv. Presently, we are managing the hotel of Azimut in Tel Aviv, internally, externally, as a full turnkey. We manage a hotel for King Solomon in Tiberia, King Solomon in Jerusalem. And actually, we involved and manage a very interesting project, two of them actually, in Modi'in. It's a mixed-use project. It's consisting of underground parking lot. On the ground floor, we have commercial, and on the top floor, we have offices. So those three channels are the channels that we are specialized in mostly.
So in all the channels, a key part of this approach is your ecosystem of partners. How do you ensure quality and accountability from different contractors and suppliers when you function as the single point of responsibility?
Actually, with the ecosystem, we have a selection of strategic partners. Over the years, we selected the best professional as part of our ecosystem. With most of them, we actually consist the project in the past, and we know that they are qualified and they can work according to our high level of standard. In each and every project, we have a manager, an experienced manager who will manage the stage of planning. When we'll get to the execution stage, we'll have a supervisor who will be boots on the ground and tightly supervise it. And we have a system integrator specialist who is in every critical path. He will be part of that project. All of our team are either practical engineers or engineers. All of them will tightly supervise that project and ensure that that ecosystem will work according to our high level of standard. Those specialists that won't gonna match our high standard will be out of the pool. Let's take, for example, consultant. In each and every project, we need between 10 to 15 consultants. We need an electrical consultant, plumbing consultant, HVAC consultant, safety consultant, communication consultant, acoustic consultant. In all of them, we have between 3 to 7 most professional in the market. For the contractors in a big project, we need large general contractors, and we have between 7 to 10 of them. With all of them, we consist project in the past, and we know that they are fittable. And with suppliers, we need furniture suppliers, we need laboratories furniture, we need FTC suppliers, floor-to-ceiling suppliers, lighting suppliers. In each and every category, we have between 5 to 10 of them, and they are part of our ecosystem. All of them are really, really committed to us, and if they weren't going to deliver, they weren't going to be in our future tender. Yeah. So we can ensure that the end user will get the best quality ecosystem professional as part of the teamwork.
Let's talk about the two biggest concerns for any client. It's the budget overruns and the schedule delays. How does your integrated model give you more control over those issues?
So actually, as a PM, a traditional PM, and as a design execution mechanism, I like to use the analogy of an orchestra conductor. So actually, as we mentioned, we need in each and every project between 10 to 15 consultants. Each and every consultant is the most professional at his field. But we, as a manager, we know how to supervise them and to ensure harmony between all of them. And actually, when we are executing the planning stage, we require each and every architect to work with a Revit, with a 3D Revit. With all the consultants and with all the professionals, we require them to work with a 360 BIM. It's actually a cloud platform to ensure optimization in the planning stage, in the execution stage. In many of our projects, we also insist to have an additional consultant. It's called a superposition consultant. That the superposition consultant actually working hand by hand with all the MEP consultant, with all the mechanism, electrical plumbing. And he ensures that all those consultants will work in the best efficient way, and there will be no conflict in their plans. Actually, when we use when we require to execute a project as a one PO, we can give certainty to the customer in matter of budget and in matter of the time frame. In the budget, we started actually with preparing the detailed design, very, very detailed design, and we define it as a scope of work. But we keep it as a very modular and very flexible. For example, the customer, during the planning stage, we will put 5 different type of ceiling, 7 different type of flooring, 5 different type of FTC.
And he can choose.
And he can choose along the process of the planning. For example, if he initially choose 80 by 80 tiles of porcelain, he can change his mind to parquet. It's within the budget constraint. It's not a problem. And afterward, we will seal the budget. If at the end of the process of the detail planning, we see that we are exceeding the budget, we'll come back to the table and we'll have a reversing engineering process, meaning that we'll come with the architect, we'll come with the end user customer, we'll present to them a substitute goods, and after upon an approval of the customer, we will adjust the budget again to the initial budget, and then we seal the budget. The only way that we will have an adjust in the budget is if a customer, after the execution stage, suddenly will come to the table and tell us, hey, I want to add another 5 type of 2x2 acoustic units. We'll tell him, no problem at all, as long as we reflect to him the change in budget, change in time frame, and we'll get his approval, and we'll do that adjustment. The same thing with the time frame. Actually, we'll prepare the time frame with the MS project. It's a friendly user schedule. We'll do it backward from the target date of occupancy to present time. We'll take all the operational tasks at that schedule. Initially, it will be on a monthly basis. Afterward, it will be on a weekly basis. At the end of the road, it will be on before the execution stage on a daily basis. All professionals will know exactly what their task on a daily basis. This is very, very important. Actually, when we'll get to the execution stage, we'll prepare the schedule on a daily basis, so all the professionals will know exactly their task on a daily basis. On top of it, we will prepare a critical path schedule. What is a critical path? It's actually a risk management. So we will take all the tasks that we know that might affect the overall schedule. For example, if we need to reserve import HVAC unit from Japan, Mitsubishi unit, or from France, we know it's
which takes
3 months time.
Maybe?
Yeah, it's a 3 months time arrival time. Another 3 weeks of installation. It will be part of the critical path. If, for example, we need the FTC from the Netherlands or from Portugal, we know it's between 12 to 14 weeks arrival time, another 2 weeks of installation. It will be part of the critical path. If, for example, need to import furniture, laboratories furniture from Europe, it's another 60 days arrival time, 2 weeks of installation. It will be part of the critical path. We will take that critical path and the time frame, and it will be a tool to manage that project. So actually, we will put the exact date of occupancy. That exact date of occupancy, it's not a recommendation date. It's not. It won't going to be 2 weeks after or 4 days after. That is a date that we will provide to the table, the certificate of occupation. And we are giving that way the certainty to the end user. He knows that at that date, he will do the move to the new location. No doubt about it. That is regarding the time frame. When we are working with with the international companies, there are some companies that actually won't going to arrive at all to the site. We have a weekly meeting with them. In that weekly meeting, we have to present to them progress on
Zoom
site.
meeting, I guess.
It's a Zoom meeting, yeah. So actually, over there, what we recommend to them is to use a certain app that takes the MS project, takes the Revit 3D plans. On the execution stage, we are providing a daily photos and a daily videos.
Wow.
So actually, we have a weekly video meeting with
They
them.
can see everything without coming.
Yeah, so actually they can prepare the plans, they can prepare the timetable, the original one, with the progress on site. And it gives them a really confidence on the progress on site. It's an additional cost, but it's strongly recommended.
Can you give me an actual example of a complex project where this turnkey model of yours really proved to be valuable?
Yeah. Actually, recently, we've been managed a project as a 1PO, as a design execution mechanism. The name of the company is Biologic Design. It's actually a pharma medical company using a tool of AI tools. The location is a science park in Nes Ziona, in the center of Israel. It was about 2,000 square meters. Out of it, 1,000 was offices, another 1,000 was biologic laboratories. And over there, the schedule was very, very tight. We had to import special units for HVAC units, special units of a gas system, and special furniture, laboratories furniture from Europe. And it was about 3 months' time, arrival time. Actually, when we initially started the planning stage, we already put the order for those units. And when we got to the execution stage, we already had the units on site. And then we complete the project within the time frame, no deviation in budget, and on the best quality of work. And the customer was very, very satisfied. Another example is presently, we are managing to one of the biggest HMO in Israel. It's called Meuchedet. Actually, 2 floors in Ramot in Jerusalem. One floor, it's a doctor's office. The second floor is the clinics. And actually, over there, this is the first time ever in that HMO that they are trying to manage a project as a 1PO. And we are now in the stage of execution, and I can tell you, we will complete the project. We will save them about 10% of budget and about 20% of the time. And I have no doubt that after the completion of that project, they will adopt the mechanism of a design build. No doubt about it.
Amazing.
Yeah. Now I'll give you another 2 examples that are very unique. One, actually a developer, an entrepreneur, when he constructs a building, he have to provide for the shell building. When he completes the shell and the public area internally, he have to provide the Form 5 certificate. Only upon receiving the Form 5 certificate, he gives a green light to the end user to start the fit out internally. Because of our years of experience and because they trust us so much, they give us the option to work parallelly. When they are doing the construction, they complete a floor with a curtain walls, we already start the fit out. And when they complete the shell with a Form 5 certificate, we already provide the Form 4 certificate for occupancy. So now presently we are managing it in such way. ICL project, 18,000 square meters, out of it cooking kitchen, offices, open spaces, communication rooms, and in 2 months' time, the developer will provide the Form 5 certificate, and we will be already with the 4 internal certificate, so actually they will be able to occupy the space 12 months ahead of time.
Wow.
The same thing with one of the biggest credit card company in Israel called Leumi Card. Actually, it's been purchased by an American company called the Max. Over there, it was 26 square meter of offices, open spaces, data center, call center. And over there, the developer was allied, and he constructs the building. Again, we parallelly construct the internal fit-out. When they complete it and receive this Form 5 certificate, we already provide the Form 4 certificate for the internal fit-out. So actually, the end user Max occupied the space about 18 months ahead of time.
And in Israel, I don't know if anybody know, but in Israel, it's very fast.
It's very, very fast, and it's very unique, and it's to the advantage of every of our end user client.
Boaz, this has been incredibly insightful. So thank you for this. To sum up, your design-build model is more than just a service. It's a strategic solution. You have developed a system that focused on the greatest risks for global companies that are interested in creating a presence in Israel. Budget, schedule, and quality in order to turn them into certainties. So it's amazing.
Definitely.
Thank you for being here.
Appreciate having me. Thank you very much.
Thank you for being with us. Look us up in the podcast apps.